We moved into this house about 10 months ago. It's starting to like finally look and feel like a home, just kind of slowly been adding furniture and decor, just making the space feel like more lived in. It's such a process trying to fill out a home. So recently I've just been doing a lot of thrifting. I love the hunt. It's my favorite way to find items that maybe tell a story or add warmth and love to a space. I'm very proud of my cabinet that I found. It just like totally changed the look of our dining room. So today I'm gonna go thrifting, gonna pop into a couple of thrift stores. You guys are gonna come along with me. But first we're hydrating. I love these liquid IVs. Gonna fill this up, get my bag together, and we'll head out the door. This time around, I did make a list. It's fun going into the thrift store, having no mission at all, and just finding whatever. Let the items find me. But sometimes when I'm on like a goal, I need intention. Like I need a list, I need a mood board. So I have a few items on here, a stool. I need like dressers and nightstands for Hudson's room. His is gonna be the first bedroom that I do, and I'm really excited because I've just been plotting and planning for his bedroom. Just little things here and there. That way whenever I go in, I'm not like overwhelmed by all the stuff. I also don't wanna buy things just because, and then it just sits in the corner and I have no idea what to do with it. So this way I go in with intention. I know what to look for. Let's get in, get out, and get on with it. Take a sip of your water, hydrate, and let's go. It's about a 35-minute drive, so but we gotta move. 35 minutes and only a few hours till the kids come home. Okay, let's go.
I feel like I could use this in the playroom as storage. I always love a picture. This one is a little loud, but a great shoe. Oh, and it's 75% off. I do love a colored wine glass, but I'm just not sure about the shape. If you want nostalgia Christmas, go to your local thrift store. I love the Coca-Cola Santa. I wish this was an Australian Shepherd. This is the biggest Habitat store I have ever been to. Which I wasn't at for long. Felt like everything was priced a little too high. All right, I'm out of Goodwill. I'm going to not grab a cart this time and see if that brings me any luck. Not so excited for finding a board, but it's broken. Found this paddleball racket, which I would love to use this in Hudson's room, but someone drew all over it and even engraved in it. So I think I'm gonna pass it up, but I want to find something very similar to this. But you cannot find these wooden ones anymore.
One thing I've realized while turning this house into a home is how much our surroundings affect how we feel. When my space feels calm and put together, it's easier for me to feel that way too. But sometimes creating peace on the outside doesn't always fix what's happening on the inside. That's where therapy has been really helpful for me. Having someone to talk through things with the ever-changing seasons of our lives, like motherhood, a cross-country move away from all your friends, stress or just life in general. So I'm excited to be working with BetterHelp on today's video. BetterHelp is an online therapy platform that connects you with a licensed therapist from the comfort of your own home. Sometimes I look back on those earlier days after having my first baby, Hudson. I was so in the thick of it, trying to figure out motherhood, who I was as a mom, who I am now as a person. I was exhausted, I was emotional. And honestly, I didn't even realize how much I was struggling until later on. Now looking back, you know, I miss so many of those ordinary little moments. The long walks and the stroller rides, the quiet mornings when everything felt new. I wish I had slowed down enough to have just really been present and soaked every moment of that in. You know, I think that's the bittersweet part of motherhood, is that you'll rush through these seasons and then someday you just ache to relive it. Therapy has helped me grow. It's really helped me see that. It's helped me to be present, to notice the little things that actually make up a life. And that just changed everything. BetterHelp is on a mission to make starting therapy easier. They connect you with a licensed therapist who's trained to listen and to give you helpful, unbiased advice. You'll fill out a short questionnaire and get matched within a couple of days. And if it's not the right fit, you can switch therapists at any time with no extra cost. If you've been wanting to slow down and be more present in your life, I really recommend checking it out. You can start today by clicking the link in the description or go to betterhelp.com/RyanDar to get 10% off your first month of therapy. Okay, big sis talk over. Let's go over everything that I found at the thrift store, and I'll show you how I'm gonna style some of these pieces, and we have a couple of thrift flips. Let's get into this gorgeous haul because we have a little bit of crafting to do today. Ooh, hopefully I grabbed everything. Vase number 1, vase number 2. I got the treasure box. Hudson has already seen this. He's like, what is this treasure box? He is very intrigued by the treasure box. He's very excited, which is exactly what I wanted when I brought this home. Very heavy right now because I have stuff stored inside. This is gonna go up in the playroom. I need all kinds of, any type of storage solution for the playroom area, for the toys. Wow, this is a very beautiful shade of wood. I bought some, I think it's walnut stain. I wanna stain it a little bit darker. I'm going very woodland theme up in the playroom. I've been working on it for a while. It's kind of on pause right now. Yeah, so today we're gonna stain this darker, giving it a really rich dark wood tone. Let's see what's inside. First up, I in the store had no idea what I was gonna do with this, but sometimes that's what I love about thrifting. Sometimes you just find these pieces where you're like, I have to have this and I will make it work. So I just love the vintage doorknob. I think that's the part that like drew my eye the most. I think I am gonna put it by my front door. I think it's the perfect spot. Perfect little blank wall over there. Sam and I both have like keyless entry, so we don't really hang, my keys just stay in my purse all the time. We'll hook something on there, and maybe when people come over they can hook their keys on there. I don't know, but it's going by the front door and it's perfect. The Coca-Cola Santa. He is my absolute favorite Santa. I grabbed both of those ornaments. One was the Coca-Cola Merry Christmas Santa, and then the other one is just this ugly little elf. It's like so ugly that it's cute, you know? I don't plan on actually hanging them on my tree. I think they'd be so cute, just kind of placed, you know, so tiny, placed on the counter or in my shelf, just, you know, some kind of, just like a little pop somewhere. I found this guy the other day, not on the trip. 1995 Claire's. Kind of reminds me of like the Ralph Lauren bear. So we'll put him on a shelf somewhere too. The ballet flats. I did grab the ballet flats. I untied the bow because I washed everything and then I realized that I don't actually know how to retie the bow. So I'll have to figure that out. I plan on using these in Rowan's room. She's definitely outgrown 0 to 3 months. I'm gonna like punch a hole in the back and hang it by a string and have them just like hanging off of a shelf or something. That's for Rowan's room. I gotta start working. I'm finishing the playroom, then I'm moving on to Hudson's room, then Rowan's room. So I have plans. This glass jar, this was actually on my home Pinterest board. I'm a big believer in saving pictures, creating mood boards. I'm like, if you pin it, it will come. So I was very excited to find this. I'm gonna put this in my bathroom. I wanted to find a glass jar like this just to house, you know, facial pads, or there's always something. And I just thought it was so pretty. It's only $2. This little ceramic shell. I feel like this is something that'd be sold like in Zara Home, or you would find it off Etsy. I am gonna put this on my vanity that I thrifted. And I think it's the perfect little shell to kind of throw my jewelry in at the end of the day. I live in a beach community, but I don't have a big beach vibe. That's not really my style, but I do love a shell. The last bit of Christmas decor, nostalgic, traditional Christmas decor, is this ceramic house, Christmas house. I've been putting this one up on my counter already. Right now my house is a mix of pumpkins and Christmas trees. We're like in between the phases, slowly moving into Christmas. Isn't this so nice having this little shelf back here? Here's all of my finds. I also picked up this photo album. There's just something about, you know, we love the digital era, but there is something about having a photo album out and being able to flip through. I love flipping through all of my mom's old photo albums. So I want to start printing like good candid photos of fun times, all the family, and just my kids love books, so just having like a book out of pictures of them and the family and good times. So this was only $1, and I love the leather binding, and doing it like scrapbook style I think is cool, like maybe keeping a ticket from, you know, the event that we went to, or a receipt. I'm gonna have fun putting this together. And then finally, the vases, the vases, a vase. I do love a good vase. I do have plans for these though. They're not gonna stay like this. I was conflicted with this gorgeous butter yellow, and come springtime, I'm probably going to regret everything that I'm gonna do to it today. But that's springtime me's problem. There is a technique that I like to do to pots or just pieces that I find in the thrift store that maybe don't fit my home aesthetic, and turning them more into rugged, older pottery, that kind of look. So that's what I'm gonna do with these pieces today. I'm gonna show you that method. I've done it before, I've shown it on Instagram, but I don't think I've ever shown it here on YouTube. I have a bunch of paint left over from when I did my bathroom makeover. And yeah, so we're just gonna kind of dirty these up and style it to go up on my cabinet. We have that, and we have some staining of the treasure chest, and I gotta put those in their new homes. You know I'm not allowed to hang things anymore, so I gotta tell Sam where I want this. Using paper bowls this time, because last time I had to throw my bowl away. Okay, so this is the most recent one that I did. Just adding a little texture and a little grit. This used to be a red, like wooden pot. This paint is a little different color, so I'm interested to see how it'll turn out. But I plan on putting these on top of my cabinet and just kind of have them all together. This method is super easy. You're just gonna take any type of paint, any paint color that you want. I prefer more of like a lighter tone, but you could do grays, blacks. You could go for pinky or peaches if you want more of a terracotta look. This is a flat paint. I'm interested to see how it's gonna look. I think it's gonna look pretty good. And then you're just gonna mix in some baking soda. This helps give it that grit and making it look like plaster, like it was actually hand sculpted. Mix, paint on, and then we'll add in a little more texture. When painting on, it's pretty much foolproof, like the messier the better. For this one, I felt like I needed a little bit more depth, so I added some black acrylic paint using a damp sponge, sponging on that mixture on top of the pot and slowly just blending it together and blending it out. Then I rinsed out that sponge, I added a little bit of dark brown into the paint and did the sponging method once again. And then finally, just a little touch of gray, kind of splotching this one out a little farther, like not blending it in quite as well. And then once there's not quite as much paint on your sponge, just kind of go back around and blur the edges, just like you would if you were applying eyeshadow. For the second pot, I started with that exact same base technique. But then I decided to try something new. I grabbed the coffee grounds, mixed it in a bowl with a little bit of water, started blotting it on with a damp paper towel. Yes, I got just as scared as you are right now, thinking I ruined it. I let it dry down along with the paint. Then I threw on one more coat of paint with the paintbrush, and then with the leftover little coffee grounds, I just started picking them up and flicking it on there just so there was like a little bit of like dirt looking texture, and I let that dry. A lot of it fell off once drying, but I'll seal it in with a nice top coat. Sprayed these this morning, so they should be dry now. I love how they turned out so much. I did the two different techniques. That spray will kind of help seal in the coffee kernels so that they don't just keep falling off. Coffee kernels. Coffee grounds. I'm having lots of fun with this. It's definitely something that I'll keep doing because I just love how each one turns out completely different, and there's just so many different types of techniques to try. It's so crazy how like the base technique is the same, but this one definitely turned out more like a gray undertone. Let's put them where they'll go. There we go. So it definitely has, like, you know, you can see that it has more of that gray undertone compared to this has a very yellow, beigey, a yellow undertone. But I kind of like it because I'm gonna just keep filling it out, and I don't think it'll look that drastic. I love it. Okay, I need to grab the treasure box and we need to go fill it with treasure. The treasure box I ended up staining just a darker, richer color because I think that will go well with the playroom. So I'm gonna grab that from outside and start filling it with some treasure. I'm gonna go outside. It's a beautiful day. Are you gonna hang out outside? You look so pretty. We had our first cold snap, so Margot is loving the colder weather. Treasure box, here it is. Doesn't it look so, I feel like adding that darker stain just makes this look so much more, for one, expensive, older, like just a little more interesting to look at. For this piece, I ended up using a gel stain in the color Kona. This is Hudson's treasure box. He's at preschool right now, so he'll come home to a nice full box full of treasures, AKA random stuff I find around the house.